Do you know that there are many ways on how you can write effectively? If you want to know them, stay tuned to PNHS TV Eskwela sa Isla. Good day, dear grade 11 learners of Bulilio National High School. I am Ma'am Darna Marlui Mangahas. Welcome back to Reading and Writing class. Today, we will talk about the properties of a well-written text right after this. This video is here to help you master the second most essential learning competency of the subject, which is to evaluate a written text based on its properties, including organization, coherence and cohesion, language use, and mechanics. After going through the module, you are expected to determine the beginning, middle, end of the story read. Number 2. Write the episodes of your life from childhood to young adulthood using a graphic organizer. Number 3. Organize ideas using proper transitional devices. Number 4. Construct a coherent and cohesive paragraph. Number 5. Determine the essence of proper language use in written texts. Number 6. Evaluate a written text based on the appropriateness of the language use. Number 7. Utilize writing prowess through practice skills in grammar. And number 8. Use proper mechanics in writing such as spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and paragraph development. Before we dig deeper, let us try to answer our first activity. The directions is: combine the sentences into two clear sentences. Add a transitional word or phrase to the second to show how it relates to the first. Here are the sentences. Retirement should be the reward for a lifetime of work. It is widely viewed as a sort of punishment. The last sentence is: it is a punishment for growing old. The combined sentences are: retirement should be the reward for a lifetime of work. Instead, it is widely viewed as a sort of punishment for growing old. We use the transitional word instead to combine them. Can you still remember the meaning of persuasive text? That's right! A persuasive text can be an argument, exposition, discussion, review, or even an advertisement. Here are the guide questions in constructing a persuasive text. Number 1. What is the issue? Number 2. What is your position or opinion? Number 3. What is the opposing position or opinion? Number 4. What are some reasons for your position or opinion? Number 5. What are some cases or examples that support this? Notice that the guides are made in a specified order that will help clarify your thoughts and encourage your readers to either believe in your opinion or to do something based on your claims. This is the power of the first property of a well-written text, which is organization. A well-organized piece of writing is not only clear, but also logical and aesthetic. Existence of organizational markers and coherent flow of ideas are typically the focus in evaluation of writing that is according to Daig Bill 2016. In writing a story or an essay, it is necessary for students like you to identify the sequence of events from the beginning to the end, because a strong organization comprises proper and logical order of presentation of ideas. Next is coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion are two basic features that facilitate textual continuity. Basically, coherence refers to the rhetorical aspects of your writing. It means the connection and organization of ideas in a text to create unity. To achieve coherence, very good paragraph must have unity or oneness of idea. Sentences in a paragraph are unified and directed by topic sentence. On the other hand, cohesion in writing means unifying ideas by binding words, phrases, sentences, and paragraphs. Thus, show relationships and smooth text flow. While coherence focuses on the overall structure of the essay, cohesion is more specific. It pays attention to links between words and sentences. To achieve good cohesion, you need to know how to use cohesive devices, certain words or phrases that serve the purpose of connecting two statements, usually by referring back to what you have previously written or said. Here is a chart of transitional devices, also called conjunctive adverbs or adverbial conjunctions, accompanied with a simplified definition of function. The appropriate language to be used, and to regard the objective of the writing, the context in which it was written, and the target audience in mind must be the next thing to consider. The third property is the language use. There are 5 major issues with appropriate language that should be avoided in an effective and well-written text, as identified by Purdue Online Writing Lab 2020. They are: number 1, inappropriate use of the language; number 2, use of jargons or specialized language; number 3, use of slangs and idioms; number 4, use of euphemism or words that veil the truth; number 5, use of any biased language. Let us discuss them one by one. First, the formality of the language one uses should depend on how formal the situation is and how the writer and the reader are related to one another. Second, jargons or specialized language used by groups of individuals in the same field should only be used if the target readers belong to the same group. Third, slangs and idioms should be avoided. Slangs are words, phrases, or expressions that do not literally mean what they express, like frenemy, to describe someone who is both a friend and an enemy, while idioms or expressions whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual word it contains, like to kill two birds at one stone, which means to get two things done with a single action. Fourth, euphemism or words that veil the truth shall also be avoided, examples of which are virtually challenged for someone who is short, passed away instead of died. Fifth, avoid using biased language, including those associated with any racial, ethnic group, or gender. The last and the fourth one is mechanics. Generally, it is essential in all types of writing because it describes the technical aspects of writing. It also serves as a road sign to guide learners like you on how to use words appropriately in terms of conventions such as spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and others. Now, I want you to watch a video clip for you to better understand our lesson.
These are the properties of a well-written text. Number 1. Organization. This is the arrangement of ideas in a text. To achieve good organization of a text, create first an outline as a guide. Considering the sample text, it has achieved organization since ideas are arranged logically. The text started with a short background of the name Yolanda, then mentioned about a typhoon with the same name. The next paragraphs talked about Typhoon Yolanda, from its wind velocity to its damage to property to the number of deaths. Number 2. Coherence and cohesion. This pertains to the connection of ideas, sentences, and paragraphs. To have a smooth flow of ideas, use transitional and cohesive devices. On the second paragraph of the text, Choli was used to emphasize Yolanda being the mother of all typhoons, while on the fifth paragraph, in contrast, was used to differentiate the damage to property of typhoons Pablo and Yolanda. Here are the sample transitional devices that we can use. Number 3. Appropriate language use. This is the acceptable style of language. For example, in business correspondences, use concise, not wordy phrases, and formal words. While the literary pieces, the words used are less formal and more creative. The sample text use formal words since the text conveys information about the typhoons from the past. Number 4. Proper mechanics. This refers to the conventions of writing, which includes capitalization, punctuation, spelling, contractions, abbreviations, and acronyms. The first letters of Tacloban, Leyte, Hurricane Camille, and Typhoon Yolanda were capitalized because these are proper nouns. On the other hand, all letters of CNN, Pagasa, and NDRRMC were all written in capital letters because these are acronyms.
Alright, now that you know all the properties of a well-written text, I want you to answer the activities on learning activity sheets we provided you. Please do not forget as well to answer your summative tests and your performance tasks. For your performance tasks, the directions is using a graphic organizer, write an episode of your life by providing events beginning from childhood to your young adulthood. Provide a catchy title for your story. Then, write a 3 to 5 paragraph essay about the episodes of your life, using the events that you recorded on the table beginning from childhood to young adulthood. Be guided by the table flashed on your screen. Please be guided as well with the rubrics, and you may write your essay at the back of your summative tests or attach another separate sheet of paper on it. Now that you have learned how to arrange your ideas, link your sentences and paragraphs, and use appropriate language, and apply mechanical neatness in your written text, good job! You have just learned some of the techniques on how to be a good writer. I hope that this lesson exposes you on how to develop your own writing ability through the use of the properties that we discussed. Once again, this is Ma'am Dana. Stay connected to PNHS TV Eskwela sa Isla. Thank you and happy learning!